Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. What you are looking at is the absolute disaster that I call the desktop of my PC. Now, why am I showing you this? Well, I want to introduce you to Kindle for PCs. Now, listen, try to do me a favor and follow this video to the end, because there's a reason why I'm going to do this. But I want to show you my Kindle for PC. So if you don't know what a Kindle is, or a Kindle for PC, you're about to know. If you already know, like I said, just follow me to the end, because there's actually a reason that I'm doing this. Now, most everybody has heard of Kindle books. In fact, last year, for the first time in the history of the world, Kindle books actually outsold regular old hardcover books, or books that you can feel, books that you can touch, books that you can smell. Kindle has actually, for the first time, outsold those. Kindle's becoming a very popular format, and it's really taking over. Now, I love books. I love the feel of books. I love the smell of books. But you know what? I'm also digging the Kindle. So the reason that I'm bringing this up is because a lot of people, they've heard of the handheld devices, but they have no idea that you can actually download Kindle for PC free. You don't need to go out and buy a $80 device or higher to read ebooks. And I want to introduce you to this because I like the Kindle for PC. I like reading my books on my 40-inch LCD. I just do. My old eyes appreciate it too. I don't have to use reading glasses or anything. But let me show you. Down here is my Kindle for PC icon. Right there. I'm going to double click it, get it rocked up. You'll see it says initializing. Boom. Now we might as well get this full screen. That way you're not distracted by any of the other icons. All right, this is these are all the books that I have in my library. On the left-hand side here, you'll see it says library, and then all items, downloaded items, archived items, collections, untitled collection. Up above, you can sort it by most recent, by title, by author. I just do by most recent. Then you've got, you know, all that stuff is pretty basic stuff. The first book that you see here is actually a screenplay by Anthony Crociata, and it's titled Punched. Now, and the reason I left this here, I was actually going to purchase this screenplay today, but then I realized I was going to do this video, so I wanted to hold off on that, because if you see here, it says sample. Okay, and a lot of Kindle books, you can actually read a sample of the book. Now, this is at the end because I've read the sample. And at the end, it says, end of the sample Kindle book, enjoyed the sample ? And then it gives you an option to buy now or see details for this book in the Kindle store. Now, we're not going to buy it now because I don't remember what kind of information they share on the screen, like, you know, credit card numbers and whatnot. But after I get done with this video, I will definitely be doing that. I will be purchasing this. Anthony's charging $1 for it, which, you know, you gotta love. Up here on the left, there's the button that says library. I can click that and go back to my library. Okay, this book here, Three Men in a Hut and Other Essays, is by the YouTuber Stephen Hayes, also known as Dr. Stephen Hayes, and as I like to refer to him as Colonel Stephen Hayes. I just finished reading this book probably for the second time. Well, it took me a long time to read this book because I would read an essay. It's really a collection of essays is what it is. And then I would end up going back and rereading it because I wanted to really understand exactly what he was saying. I'm going to be doing a book report on that. It's really, wait for the book report, but it's really a great book. Anyway, the next book over you see is Please Enroll Responsibly, and that's by Lee Dorn, one of the great YouTubers, the legendary Lee Dorn, conservative YouTuber. His book was the first ebook that I ever downloaded, and it's really phenomenal. He sells that for $1 too. I did a little YouTube video on that. Highly recommended book. And then, of course, the next one over is Bill O'Reilly, Killing Lincoln. And then I've got Thomas Sowell's Basic Economics. And then here's another one. I got to move it over a little bit. This one here, okay, this is called The Time Travel Adventures of the 1800 Club. It's by Robert McAuley, I believe it is, or McAuley. This guy is a YouTuber. He sent me his book. He sent me a link to where I could get his book off of Smashwords. And he gives this one away. It's a series of books that he has. And he gives the first book away And if you like it, then he charges for the subsequent books. I don't think he charges a lot. I don't remember what he's charging for book 2, 3, 4, whatever. But I thought that was kind of interesting because a lot of people are selling their books for $1. But this guy's like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to sell my book for $1, but I'll give you the first one in the series. If you like it, buy the other ones. You know, you got to love that marketing strategy. I think it's awesome. But he's a YouTuber, so you know I'm going to download his book and read it. Well, I'll read this one. I've already downloaded this one. But if I like it, I'll buy every book he has. So I love it when YouTubers write books. I just do. Oh, which reminds me, though, too, you can tell that I haven't read his book because underneath it, you see how under Thomas Sowell's Basic Economics, everything's lit up in blue? It kind of tells you where you're at in the book. All these are lit up in blue, so I've read them all. This one here, they're all white. It means I haven't read I've not read one page of that yet. And if you look at, for example, down here is Ethics by Aristotle. I'm about 75% done with that book. Some books I read a little bit, take a break, come back, read a little bit, take a break, come back. Secret Societies, I've about 50% of that. Letters on Demonology and Witchcraft, I've read that whole thing by Sir Walter Scott. The Sayings of Confucius, I've read the whole thing. David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, I've read the whole thing. That How to Tell a Story and Other Essays by Mark Twain, I've read all of that. So anyway, you get the picture. You can see, you know, how that works. But what's nice, let's go, for example, let's do Secret Societies. All right, you know I'm 50% done with it. What's cool is it gives you, I'm going to double click it, open it up. It leaves you at the last page that you finished. It's awesome. It just really is. Basically, I'm at page 2453. Well, which isn't actually, there's a lot more than that. It's 55% done with this book. And then I can always go back to the library and it'll close it, but it'll leave me wherever the last page was, and you just got to love that. That is just absolutely awesome. Anyway, there's tons and tons of Kindle books for free. For example, I didn't pay anything for David Copperfield. I didn't pay anything for the Mark Twain, the Aristotle, the Sir Walter Scott. I didn't pay anything. There are tons of books, classics, free. You know, there's the Communist Manifesto, Karl Marx and Frederick Engels, free. Didn't have to pay a dime for it. And if you've not read the Communist Manifesto, read it. Trust me, read it. You need to know. There's things you need to know. You can't fight evil unless you know what evil looks like. You know, I mean, that's just kind of my theory about it. I think you know, there are books in this world that are must-reads just because you need to have the ammunition. You know, Mein Kampf is one of them. You know, I can't believe that Hitler ever came to power. Clearly, nobody read his book. You know, I mean, you know, and I also question how some people are sitting in the White House right now. He did write books. You know, people need to read books. Okay, anyway, enough of that. I recommend everybody go to Amazon.com and download the Kindle for PC. It's free, doesn't cost you a dime. Like I said, there are tons and tons of free books that you can download. You don't have to pay a dime for. Read some of the classics. I can't remember what the cutoff date is for you know, for copyright, but there is so much out there right now that you don't have to pay a dime to read. The reason I want you to do that, though, is because I'm going to be doing book reviews on fellow YouTubers' books. And I know a lot of people, and people that you would really surprise you if you knew who they were in the firearms community especially. I know a lot of people are writing books and plan on putting them up on Kindle. And I think the more of us that have the Kindle Reader or the Kindle for PC, the better. You can go get the handheld device if you want, but it's just really not necessary. Although I will tell you, I seriously, I haven't got it, but I really do want the handheld device. It's something I've got on the top of my shopping list, just because it'd be nice to be able to take with me and read on the road or something like that. So anyway, when I do these book reviews of fellow YouTubers, I'm hoping that other people will either join in with me, you know, or, you know, at the very least, be able to maybe download something that I do a review on and watch. Most everybody sells their books fairly reasonably priced. I mean, you know, like Lee Doran sold this book for $1. It was the best buck I ever spent in my life. All right, anyway, listen, I'm coming up on 10 minutes, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. Check it out and read. See ya!